All right, y'all. Whoever's tuning in.
What's up, fight fans?
All 126. Now, what's up, fight fans? This is the Subtiwa Bros. We are the directors, producers, co-stars, stars, commentators,
yes,
refs,
sir.
fighters.
Yeah, exactly.
MMA.
All that. Yeah.
No, we are here with you guys to talk about UFC 286, which honestly I think is probably going to be the card of the year.
Sheesh.
I mean, I know we just had John Jones and Dom, but I know it's early in the year, but I think it's the card of the year, and I'll tell you why. I'm gonna start off with the fact that it's in London, bro.
That's true.
There's no better crowd than London in the entire world. No boxing, well maybe Mexico boxing, but there's no better crowd. Yeah. Tell me. At least in the UFC, what have you?
Yeah, I mean, especially what was the last time? I think it was with Patty, right? And Patty,
and Tom Aspinall.
Yeah, exactly.
Through the roof.
Oh yeah, for sure. So now with Leon, I mean, I'm not sure if I'm sure you watched the weigh-ins and stuff, and when they faced off, and the whole crowd, headshot dead, headshot dead, headshot dead.
Because he's not only just from England. He's an underdog and he's a champion.
Exactly.
It's literally a real life rocket story.
Dude, it is crazy. Like, it is rocking for real, especially like if he wins, right? Like, I mean, we know Usman, right?
I'm telling you right now, you're getting pieced up, so you better pay attention.
Yeah, Well, let's pay attention for real. We got to talk about Gaethje and Fiziev. Hopefully, I'm saying that correct. Fiziev. There we go.
My boy. Fiziev, who you got? Tell me, what are your predictions?
Man, I mean, it's gonna be a fight for sure. I mean, you look at Gaethje's record, right? I mean, I believe what they say, he hasn't fought anybody under the top 10 right now, right?
10, yeah.
So it's like, I mean, I know he just is coming off of a loss with Charles Oliveira, but I mean, Charles Oliveira is a killer, right? And then you got he won before that against Michael Chandler. Freaking brawler, man. And then before that, I know it was Habib, I mean, arguably the most dominant fighter in the UFC, right? 29-0. And then, so, exactly. I mean, that's the GOAT, though. That's the GOAT for sure. But, again, Fiziev, too, like, they're both, I don't know if you know this, but, like, they're both, like, coming off, like, similar, like, for example, being active, right? So, like, I think Gaethje fought once last year, once a year before that in the year of 2021, and Fiziev too, right? So they both typically fight like twice a year. Fiziev, this is going to be his like greatest match for sure.
I honestly think 2 fights a year for Justin is a lot. I swear that man fights once a year. I'll tell you what though, my predictions for this fight of the night for sure.
Oh,
that's the one prediction I'm putting all my money. I'm putting my house on it. I don't have a house, but if I did, I'd put the entire thing on the fact that this is going to be fight of the night. I'll tell you why. Both of them are known to be strikers. Fiziev, he's got over 200 Muay Thai fights, bro. His Muay Thai is nasty. And Justin ain't afraid to trade. He's going to stand there. He's going to bang with him. And they're both great wrestlers. Fiziev, we know about Combat Sambo. He trained Combat Sambo. Justin's been wrestling since he was 4.
Yep.
I mean, this is going to be a well-rounded fight, but I definitely do think it's going to stay on the feet, just because they are brawlers. It's in their blood.
Oh, yeah,
man. They say they're from Kyrgyzstan and United States, but they're Mexican, bro.
And hey, man, just shout out, we got 3 Mexican champs now. So, que viva Mexico, cabrones. Ya tú sabes. So, exactly. Hopefully. Don't get ahead of yourself, right? So, but on a serious note, man, Fiziev, right? Fiziev. Hopefully I'm saying that right, man. Dude, I mean, he has one loss, right? and it's crazy. Like one loss in the UFC, and just like you said, man, they're both. It's gonna stay on the feet as I see it, right? So it's like they both want to show, get that crowd hype. They're both in it to win, of course.
They're entertainers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They're not just fighters, they're entertainers.
Yeah. But, I mean, who knows? Finally, Justin Gaethje can finally also breathe, man. Maybe his gas tank is going to get better, I know he just had a nose job or, nose surgery.
BBL, something like that.
Yeah, something like that, man. But, yeah, man, I mean, it's definitely going to be a brawl, man. Like, obviously, Gaethje has a few losses under his belt. And just like you said, with Sambo, I mean, we saw the last guy who trained Sambo and how Gaethje's wrestling held up with that. But again, Khabib was on a different level, man. Yeah, I mean, he's a different animal.
And I would say Khabib's background is mainly Muay Thai. So I think he's definitely going to stay on the feet. But I'll tell you what, they're both going to end up in the hospital, I can tell you that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Somebody's going to be here with a concussion.
Oh, yeah. So, all right, man, I'm gonna go ahead and knock you out, man. So.
Before you knock me out,
I
actually want to mention something. Justin Gaethje has been, fighting all guys that are, top 10 and stuff. I feel like he's been in the top 5 for like the last freaking 20 years. It feels like, right?
Oh yeah.
But it's kind of interesting that his record's 6-4 in the UFC.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, you would look at that record, you'd be like, what? Like, how is this guy like top 5? But it just goes to show the kind of people he's fighting. He's fighting, again, like we said, only people in the top 10. People like Khabib, Dustin, Michael Chandler, right? Like this, and people like, I think he fights in Barboza, but like I'm saying, like, Tony Ferguson, the way he finished Tony Ferguson. So it's like,
that's definitely what
it is a testament to his experience as well. He's got a lot more experience. He's fought under pressure before. Khabib hasn't, so it's also, we got to see how does Khabib handle that pressure, especially finding somebody with the name and the caliber of Justin Gaethje.
Sure,
so
and
you gotta ask yourselves that as well.
Justin Gaethje as well. I believe after Chandler, he had 100% finish rate, right?
Yeah.
For his wins. So Chandler, man, he took that. Like even Ferguson, like he lasted a long time, almost to the end. But man, for sure. So definitely this is going to stay on the feet, man. I sense a knockout in this one, though, or at least a finish, right?
I don't see a knockout, man. I think it's both Warriors is going to be a bloody 3 rounds. That's what I think. And I think it's going to come down to whose gas tank holds up the longest.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's going to come down to.
And again, man, we're,
deeper.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'll tell you what, though, this fight is definitely... Those London fans are going to blow the roof off that place. I'm telling you.
And another thing to consider is we're talking about the gas tank, and Gaethje has gone 5-round fights. I don't know if he has gone 5 rounds, but he's definitely been training for that 5 rounds, right? He's trained for those 5 rounds, where I believe this is a 3-round fight. So, I'm beating your ass, man. I'm so concentrated. I'm ready to knock you out, man.
Take it easy. I'm about to knock you off.
No, but it's definitely going to be a great fight, man. Obviously, Khabib, I believe his a huge win for him was Bobby Green, especially Bobby Green's last performance, right? It showed how much of a for sure. So the fact that he won against Bobby Green is crazy. So
and I know we've all seen the way he pieced up Renato Moicano, who we know ain't no scrub.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So Khabib, I don't think people are sleeping on him, but his name definitely isn't known like Gaethje. But
oh yeah, for sure.
I wouldn't be against putting money on Khabib. I'll tell you that.
I wouldn't, man.
If I had to pick, like I said, this is gonna be fighter tonight. I'm not picking the fighter, brothers. I'm gonna say it's fighter tonight.
I can definitely see that, but we'll work our way in. I just won. I try to take it easy on you.
Give it to him. It's big brother, little brother stuff.
All right, but we'll go ahead and head on to the main event of the evening. This is my boy Leon Edwards versus Kamaru Nightmare.
I feel like I got to be Leon Edwards because my name's Edwards. So
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
I'm gonna win anyway. So
we'll see. We'll see.
Give me predictions for this fight.
Oh,
I'll tell you this: who do you think is gonna have a better walkout song?
Oh, walkout! Oh, come on, man, Rocky, come on! And just like I wasn't. Well,
I can see Usman coming out to some Afro beat.
I could. I'm gonna be honest. I could see Usman coming out like a style bender kind of thing, right? So he'll maybe have like a mask or like a dance or something, like a comeback story. Because I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like Usman, he did lose. He knows what gap to fill, and he dominated that fight, right, with his wrestling. So but hey, man, Rocky. Again, they call him Rocky. I've seen all Rocky movies, man. Rocky 1, he lost. I get it. Rocky lost, but he didn't give up, right? And, I mean, Rocky 2, I mean, he won at the end, and that's the Rocky story, man. You're losing the whole fight and come back and just don't give up, man. So,
there's something about that as well, is that he was losing the fight, but he also started really strong. He won the first round.
Oh, yeah.
And I think people are forgetting that. And he was also the first person to ever take down Usman.
Yeah.
Arguably,
Kobe.
Oh, yeah, Kobe.
But yeah.
But I will say this. First person to have control time.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Against Usman.
Yeah.
Yeah, because those takedowns for Kobe didn't count.
You try. You took me down once. Come on.
But yeah, I think people are forgetting that he started off strong and finished strong.
Exactly.
Right? So, I don't know. I don't think he should be as big as an underdog as he is. I don't think people are giving him the credit for that he deserves.
Oh, yeah.
He's the champion. He knocked out the champion. He took down the champion. He did everything you could do to a champion. That's on a 15-fight win streak.
Exactly.
Number 1 pound for pound.
Yep.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
No underdog story here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I believe, and I hope, again, I don't know how they do with copyright, stuff like that, but I wouldn't be surprised, going back to the walkout song, if Rocky came out to the famous Rocky song,
I'll tell you what, if he came out to that song, he better win.
Oh, yeah.
He had no choice.
But it would be amazing, man. Especially imagine Sylvester Stallone there, man.
Tell me this, who do you think has the best, who do you think is going to have the better post-fight press conference outfit?
Outfit? I have to go for Usman, man.
Go for Usman.
Yeah, Usman. He dresses up nice. You know what I'm saying? He
got some fashion, bro.
Yeah. I mean, just like he said, he got no homo or something like that, but he got the body for it. He got the physique, right?
He got it. If I had the physique, I'd be showing it off as well.
Exactly, man. But hey, I was thinking about this, while I was watching the press conference. Obviously, I've been following up with Leon, follow him on Instagram, etc., things like that. But I don't know if you remember him saying
look, this is what's gonna happen in the fight. Edwards is gonna mount Usman and he's gonna ground and pound.
Look, I'm debating if to go ahead and finish you right now. Look at that flip, man.
With the side of jerk chicken right here.
I'm debating if to finish you right now. Should I?
Can't, bro.
I can't do you like that.
You still gotta talk to these fans.
We do, but I'm just so eager to finish you. Know what I'm saying? So, boy, I'll stand on the side.
If he wins, guys, they don't want to talk to you.
Look, guys, look. Listen, but we'll give him the bag. He got 5 seconds. This is how it's really gonna be. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't tap.
Rocky's not a tapper.
He a clapper.
Tell me what you thought about Usman's impression at the press conference of Leon's coach. Don't bully you, son. Don't let him bully you, son.
What you think about that?
Don't let him bully you, son. I'm not gonna lie, he kind of nailed the impression.
Yeah.
But,
oh yeah, and like I was going back, man, dude, I've been following, Leon, etc. Like, I feel like, Leon, when in that second fight, press conference, he was telling, Usman, like, that championship mind getting into your head, that money getting into your head, that fan base getting into your head, and I feel like it got to Leon's head, man. He felt the hype. He felt, I know he feeling the money. He feeling like the love, the just like the fan base, obviously, especially again in London, man. So it's like I know he's been training. You could tell he was training a lot. But I'm gonna be honest, seemed like he was on vacation a lot too. So that plays in as well. But
I think with being champion, you also have a lot more obligations. You know, you've got a lot more media obligations. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I mean, think about it. Think about the sponsors that are trying to reach out to you. You know, like just being champion. Like, I think there's a big responsibility to it. That's why there's more respect for those who can stay champion. You know, especially for a long time, like Usman, you know, was. So I think the mentality going into this fight, everybody questioning like, what's Usman's mentality going to be like? You know, coming into this fight, first time he's been knocked out. You know, he lost in the fifth round, a fight that he was winning.
Yeah.
You know, but I think that he was a champion for a long time. I think he's still got that championship mentality, that grit. You know, I don't think that's going to be a factor really in this fight. I think the biggest factor is going to be just who's the better fighter. You know, can Leon defend the takedowns? You know, because he took him down, but he also got taken down. He got taken down. He got controlled over multiple rounds.
That's true.
So that's still a question. You know, it was a question in the first fight. It was a question in the second fight, and it's still a question in the third fight. Yeah. Can he stuff the takedown? And on top of that, you know, can he keep it on the feet? Right? And if he keeps it on the feet, who's going to get the better of these exchanges?
Leon, for sure.
And I think Leon, his striking is more crisp. I know Usman's got a great boxing coach, right? He's got a great coach in Trevor Whitman.
Yeah.
You know, arguably one of the greatest in the sport.
Yeah.
Not only this time, but I think all time, right?
Yeah.
But, like, his striking really is crisp, but I still got to give that edge to Leon.
Yeah. Got
to give that edge to Leon, you know? But wrestling, we know Usman's got the advantage, although I've got the advantage in here.
You think you do, man. I'm letting you have it. You know
wait for that left kick, boy. It's coming.
Imagine. Oh! That would have landed for sure.
Yeah, boy.
Nah, but that's true. Like just like you said. Now this is, you know, going more into like sponsorships, not really like the fight. But I don't know if you you know, watched that video regarding, you know, with Joe Rogan and such. I believe it was how like Usman immediately he lost the belt, sponsorships like left
out the window.
And it's crazy, man.
But
like,
you know what? It gave him more time to focus.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I don't think he's still got that championship title. I don't think anything's changed. You know, he lost a few sponsorships. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he lost a little bit of media. You know, Wonderboy Thompson was giving his prediction, and he said that he didn't see as much media, of Usman in the media. Like, you know. And that was Wonderboy noticed that, you know.
Hey, talking about like you know, not so much in the media. Well, what's up with Kobe Covington?
This left kick is landing, boy. Covington,
dude,
at 170.
Dude, that's crazy, man. That threw me off too. Like that definitely like. It was a shocker. Like I was at work, man. I stopped. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I know. And you sent it in the group chat, and I was like, because we have a little group chat, you know, just us. But you sent it in the group chat, and I was just like, stop playing with me, bro. Now I'm not gonna lie. I think I would have much rather seen Leon versus Kobe.
Oh yeah.
I think I would have loved to see that fight. Kobe's pace, his pressure, his wrestling, his striking, it's like a little bit unorthodox. Like it doesn't seem like your traditional, you know, like, you know, your hands are close to your face. Like,
exactly.
You know, like, he's kind of like he throws kind of loopy punches, but somehow they land. It's like they're just sneaky. You know, it's not as crisp, but they're sneaky. So when it lands, it catches you off guard. Maybe it doesn't come with a lot of power, but I think just because it comes unexpected that he's able to drop these people.
Oh yeah, for sure. And now the only thing I would say, like, if say like something happened, you know, obviously I want to see this fight, right? But if something does happen, I feel like, you know, because I was thinking, you know, Kobe, you know, he's training but for both fighters, but they will also have a disadvantage because they're training for each other. Now with Leon, though, he's training for a wrestler, right?
Yes.
And Kobe, I mean, come on, like, he's a wrestler too, right? So his style is like the same as Usman. Again, it gave Usman his toughest fight of his career.
Not including Leon, which I think it still was the toughest in regards to the entire competition.
Yeah.
Right? because because he was definitely cruising through the second, third, and fourth round with Leon, but it was definitely a back and forth with Kobe throughout the entire competition.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, but I will say this: Dana White did come out saying that Leon and Usman didn't know Kobe was a backup fighter until like yesterday at the press conference, or after the press conference. So, yeah, that was pretty interesting that they didn't know, that, if one of them would pull out, that they'd be fighting Kobe. That was pretty interesting. But here's another question. Do you think Kobe, he is weighing in to be a backup fighter, but do you think Kobe deserves that next title shot?
Oh, yeah. I mean, dude, the way he performed against Usman, man, and you got to keep in mind, Usman was looping the division. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, who's next, right? So, like, you look at his toughest fight, is going to be Kobe. Obviously, Leon knocked him out, but here's the second chance. I'll be honest. If Leon wins again or something, then, I mean, yeah, like, definitely, like, Kobe. Now, I believe this is going to be like a Figgy and Moreno if Usman wins, right? And they're going to do another fight. Now, it depends on how he wins as well. If it's dominant, Kobe wins, right? Now, you obviously got your people coming up. I mean, Chimaev, like, of course, hype. That's a hype fight.
I don't know if I even see him fighting at 170 again.
That's true.
I feel like he's.
I don't think they'll even. Maybe they won't even let him because of how bad he missed weight. So who knows though? I mean, this welterweight division is definitely it definitely changed after Leon knocked Usman out.
Yeah, just definitely a different dynamic.
Oh yeah,
different dynamic. For
sure.
We still got to wait to see Gilbert Burns play out with Jorge Masvidal.
Exactly.
Right, Gilbert Burns is also in the picture, but Bilal Muhammad.
Oh yeah,
they could also be making the Kobe Bilal Muhammad fight. Who knows? Also, do whoever wins, Edwards or Usman, do they leave injured? Do they leave unscathed?
Yeah,
there's a lot of questions, but. Honestly, I think Kobe just stepping in to weigh in to be the backup fighter. I think he should.
And it is good.
Deserves that next title shot.
Oh yeah.
Unless it's more than 6 months, I think they can book him and Bilal for sure.
That's true.
I think that's a good fight. They're both wrestlers. You see Bilal training with Habib now. So
that's crazy.
He's got some nice boxing as well.
Yeah.
So and also let's say Leon wins. They've already got history, Bilal and Leon.
Yeah.
They had that one fight that got ruled out a no contest from an accidental eye poke, but they already got that history. Yep. So I don't think it'd be too hard to market that fight. Yeah,
and just like I was watching a video to the prices of them. Okay, but I was watching a video with Bilal Muhammad and Joe Rogan. And Leon, he says he was like, we know what happened in that fight and stuff like that. And he made a good point. He was like, it's like, for example, Leon and Usman. He won the first round, but 2-4 he was losing, and next thing you know, he came back. So nobody knows, right?
Exactly.
So that's a big play, especially now. Bilal Muhammad, Habib, man, right? He has all those trainers, and then you got Islam, right? So dude, it's crazy. Just the environment he's in, DC, right? So it's definitely. I feel like I used to say there could be a lot of improvement in Bilal Muhammad's game, and with that team, he's definitely gonna acquire that step up, right? Step up in his.
Not
game.
only that, he's gonna. I think something he's also gonna get there is a championship mentality, right? Whether or not he's a champion, everybody at that gym carries themselves as a champion, right? They train like champions, right? So he's gonna get that. He's gonna get that grit if he didn't already have it. He's gonna get that mentality if he didn't already have it, And if he did have it, he's just gonna hone him. He's just gonna sharpen them, sharpen those skills, sharpen that mindset. So, yeah, I think he's gonna definitely gain a lot with, or he is gaining a lot with training with Habib and Javier Mendez, and which Javier Mendez is definitely an underrated coach.
Oh yeah,
man, this guy. Daniel Cormier, Ken Velasquez, Islam, Habib,
Exactly.
Luke Rockhold. Come on, man. Like,
Yeah, and it's again, man. Like, dude, it's gonna be like this. This division is crazy, man. So, you know,
yeah,
on
and
top of that,
we still got dark horses like Shavkat Rakhmonov.
exactly.
Come on,
Heck
man.
yeah.
100% finish rate did not change 2 weeks ago.
That was definitely his toughest fight. I mean, like,
And
you know,
he almost went to decision. Just 2 minutes left.
yeah.
Standing rare naked choke, bro. Who does that? Nobody does that.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So I'm excited for his next fight. Shoot, I'm not gonna lie. I'd love to even see him fight Kobe Covington.
That'd be crazy,
I don't
yeah.
even care if he skips everybody. Like, let's just go ahead and let's just see if he's got what he got, what it takes. You know,
Yeah.
they did it with Hamzat. They did Hamzat and Gilbert Burns.
Oh, yeah,
right?
that's true. And I mean, it gave us one of the greatest fights, right?
Yeah.
That one was a brawler. I mean, I wanted to see 5 rounds in that fight. But, oh yeah, for sure. But whoever, I mean, Kobe, like, he has everybody, right? Like, and everybody wants him. Obviously, like, that's all, everything regarding him, that's going to be a hype fight, right? Whether it's the haters, whether it's the, you know, lovers, things like that. So, or the fans, really not lovers. But, yeah, man, like, and especially, you know, I was thinking also with Kobe, like, weighing in here at 170, keep in mind, that's, like, around his walk around weight,
so
right?
I saw
So he's, like,
something.
175.
You know, they were saying they probably had him as backup because he was probably the one who it was easier to get to that weight.
Yeah.
You know, because everybody else, you know, they walk around like maybe 195,
That's
200.
true.
But he kind of walks around 170. So that way,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's easy, but it's probably not as tough as it is for other fighters.
Yeah.
So that's probably another reason why they had him as a backup. Not only because, you know, not to shame his skills or anything, put his skills down, but you know, because he's an excellent fighter. But I definitely think if Usman wasn't champion for the past 3 years, it'd be Kobe.
Yeah.
So, but all right, last question. Pound for pound rankings.
Okay,
We
yes.
had Usman for the longest time,
Yeah.
number one. Then he got taken by Volkanovski, but now that John Jones is back in the picture, John Jones is number one pound for pound. So let me ask you this. If Usman wins and he reclaims that title, that championship, it doesn't look like it's going to go his way. But if he retains that if he obtains the championship, do you think he deserves to be number one pound for pound again?
No.
Why?
John Jones, man. John Jones. Just like you said, John Jones is back in the picture.
Okay.
And
what number pound for pound do you got Usman?
3. If he wins,
who you got
he's
two?
3. Alexander Volkanovski.
And who you got 4?
4?
Because I need to know who's before and after Usman
Yeah.
to give you any kind of credibility.
Before and after Usman. Okay, I'll see. Honestly, actually, I'll go here. I'll go John Jones, Usman, and Alexander and Islam tied for the number 3 spot.
Now
That's what
crazy.
I like.
Now that's crazy. Because, okay, so why are you putting Usman above Alex?
Here's why. And it's simply because, like, of the fighters he's fought and the dominance. Right? So, like, Alexander Volkanovski, he fought Max Holloway 3 times. Right? Usman, he was, again, and same way Alexander Volkanovski, I mean, he was lapping his division as well, right? That's why he fought Max Holloway, one of the best strikers in the UFC. But Usman, the way he dominated, the way, like, it was also, like, I see a lot of, like, when you talk about pound for pound, best fighters in the world, etc., obviously GSP is going to come into the picture, right? So the way he did it, just like GSP, in my opinion, that's Usman.
But
So,
now let me tell you this, though. You know, Alex Volkanovski, though, yeah, he fought Max Holloway 3 times. Well, you got to remember who Max Holloway was.
yeah,
He was a champion, arguably the greatest featherweight champion of all time at that time.
yeah,
You know, he had beat Jose Aldo, right, twice, who, you know, we all know his
Yeah.
record speaks for itself, right? But, yeah, he was beating Max Holloway, but he beat him 3 times. But because nobody could get past Max Holloway.
yeah.
So it's not like he was beating some scrum.
Yeah, you
He's
see
like,
that's why it's tough, because it's like, this is how I was going to say it at first, was John Jones, Alexander Volkanovski, Usman, and Islam. The reason why Alexander Volkanovski on 2, like, I know he lost against Islam, but he went up in weight, right? So it's like, and then the performance he gave, I mean, come on, right? So that's why I was going to put him at 2, whereas Usman, he has stayed at 170, right? So when we talk about pound for pound,
yes.
right? So it's like, pound for pound, Usman has stayed at 170. John Jones, he has been dominant now in light heavyweight, and look at what he just did to heavyweight, right? So now look at Alexander Volkanovski. I think he should be 2, but that's where I'm,
Okay, let me
here and
ask you
there.
this. If Edwards wins, where do you have him pound for pound?
If Edwards wins, I mean, wow, that's a good question, because
he's got a win streak too.
yeah, he does, and that's why I said is super interesting. I think he would.
Let me
he
correct
should
myself.
be above.
It's not a win streak, but he hasn't lost
Yeah,
because of the no contest, right?
That's true.
Scratch the Bilal Muhammad no contest, which he was winning.
Yeah.
Right? Again, anything can happen, but he was winning that fight.
Yeah.
Scratch that, and this guy has probably a 12-fight win streak, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
So where would you put him pound for pound if he takes his W again?
I think I'll have him at 4. Like, so he would be with it would be John Jones, technically 3, right? So it would be John Jones, and then you got John Jones, and then tied Alexander Volkanovski with Islam, so tied 2, and then comes Leon Edwards at that point.
So you put him above people like.
This is men's pound for pound.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, like, I mean, who else? We got heavyweight John Jones, right? Back at the top. Now, Yuri, right? He still has to come back.
Yeah.
But he's out.
Jamal Hill
right?
now.
Yeah.
We got
Jamal Hill.
He just won his championship.
Yeah, I feel like Yuri's going to reclaim it. Maybe, but Jamal Hill now has that championship mentality, right? He went with the in a brawl. He was in a brawl with Glover Teixeira. But upon that, you got middleweight again. Now middleweight,
Alex Pereira.
Yeah, we got that. But Alex Pereira, like,
he just claimed his title.
Yeah,
so he had like 4 or 5 years.
Exactly. So at that point, it was Izzy was dominating. So he could arguably be at the top as well. But he just lost as well. So that's what I think, right? And then you go down. Brandon Moreno had that coming back and forth with Figgy. You got
Aljamain Sterling.
Yeah, Aljamain Sterling. So I think that's accurate, like, for my opinion.
I think so. I can't. I'm not saying I agree with it, but I'm not against it.
Yeah.
I'm not against it because Usman did show dominance.
Yeah.
So just like you said, GSP was a great example. He lost, but he came back and revenged those losses. Right now, interesting fact: there's only been 3 fighters who have been knocked out in a loss and came back in the rematch to win and reclaim the championship. One of them is Stipe.
That's true.
When he got slept by Daniel Cormier, and he came back and avenged that loss twice.
Yep.
Right? Another one is Cain Velasquez.
Yeah.
Another one is GSP.
Love that one.
So the odds are stacked against Usman.
Yep.
For sure. Right? Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the stat was the champions to lose their title and to come back and rematch that fighter are 3-11, meaning they've only avenged their losses 3 times out of 14. So the odds are stacked up against Usman.
Oh yeah,
but
that comes into play because you also got to keep in mind, especially like coming off of a knockout, right? That's where the mentality of a champion comes in, right? Because it's like some people take it like, dang, like, like a loss, etc., things like that. Whereas I'm gonna be honest, a lot that I'm seeing from Usman is just like that comeback, man. Like, he's hungrier, right? He was hungry, but now he's hungrier. Now he knows he could get knocked out.
Like he said, he poked the lion, and the lion woke up. So that kind of gives you an insight of what his mentality is. Like, like he was sleeping, right? Like he's sleeping. He was like, you know what? Like, and yeah, he was sleeping because Leon put him out. You know what I'm saying? But no hate to you, Usman. We're big fans. But, he said he was pretty much sleeping, but he came and poked at him. Why? Because he took everything away from him, his championship, right? His stardom, So, he's coming back with everything.
Yeah.
Where does Usman go after this if he loses?
If Kobe doesn't get it, right, the title fight against Leon, I think Usman. Because I'm gonna be honest. Now here are two ways to go about this. If he loses, he'll fight like maybe a height fight like Hamza or something, right? But if I believe this, if Izzy loses, Usman goes up in weight. I think that.
That's crazy. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
That's actually really Because one thing that he feel like he would have an advantage over Pereira is wrestling.
Exactly.
And we know he didn't go up in weight because Izzy was his brother.
Exactly.
Right? But that's interesting.
Yeah.
Now, and I agree with both of your thoughts on this, because I also believe like if he loses, he doesn't have that many big fights.
Yeah.
Because he either works his way back to a title, but he's also already proved himself.
Yeah.
He could retire, right? He's at about the age where he can retire. He's making money.
For sure.
He's accomplished everything. He doesn't have to prove anything anymore.
Yep.
Right? You know what I'm saying? He left the division almost twice. So I don't think there's that many big fights, right? If he loses, maybe fight against Kobe, but I see Kobe fighting for the title shot against Leon.
Yeah.
There's Burns, but he also already beat Burns. There's Masvidal. He also already beat Masvidal. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not that many big fights. But I will agree, they should probably give him Hamza. That's a big fight. Former champion versus a dog who, is aspiring to be champion. You want to see if he's got what it takes.
Yep.
We already kind of seen a little bit with the Burns fight, but let's test him with a little bit more caliber, right? Against somebody like Usman.
Yeah.
Now, if Edward wins, what do you think we go from there?
Cool.
If Leon loses, where does he go?
If Leon loses, I think a rematch with Bilal Muhammad would be good for him. And then, because Bilal Muhammad, I know he's chasing that championship, right? That championship title. And if you see Bilal Muhammad, he has continued to win. His only loss, right, it was just a no contest for the, eye poke, etc. So I think that would be good, and that would be a championship fight. Right, so I believe like
you're saying Edwards versus Muhammad would be a championship level fight, or like a fight for
the title. I get like that's
a title elimination bout.
Yeah.
Whoever wins gets the title.
So I think
that's interesting. Yeah.
And I could put it also like this too, because it's like I feel like because there's so many people, especially like they're now again he changed the dynamics to everything. Leon Edwards, because now everybody's racing to that title, right? It's up there. Like Usman was just dominating, and now he didn't. But what I'm trying to say is like if Bilal Muhammad, fights Leon Edwards. I think Bilal Muhammad just beats Leon Edwards and then fights for the title. But I think if Leon loses, there is a possibility that he fights for the title as well. But I feel like also the UFC may give him one more fight until the title.
I think that's what we see. I think if Leon loses, I think he takes one more fight, gets back to the title, right?
Yeah.
I think that fight would be Leon versus Kobe. Because I really find it really hard to sell Kobe versus Usman for the trilogy, since Usman's already 2-up and Kobe hasn't fought in a while.
Yeah.
Not that he doesn't deserve it, just he hasn't fought in a while.
That's true.
There's a difference, right? So I think what they should do is either the winner of Burns and Masvidal, or just go ahead and throw Bilal Muhammad in there, because Bilal Muhammad hasn't had a shot with Usman.
That's true.
So I think that fight would make sense. While Leon can fight Kobe for, again, title elimination bout. Or, check me out on this, Leon could maybe take a step back and fight Masvidal.
Okay.
Because there's that history.
Yeah. Okay.
Money, former champion.
Yeah.
BMF champion.
Yeah.
Right? I think there's great history, great story.
Yeah.
They could sell the fight. You know, I think they'll even try to sell it if Masvidal wins the Burns fight. I think Leon versus Masvidal is the fight to make.
Yeah.
And I think they make it whether Leon wins or loses.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why, because money is what drives business. And you get Masvidal to knock out, do something spectacular against Burns, and Leon win, what's better than a BMF champion for the UFC?
And a BMF championship would be good because Leon is from the trenches. He deserves that. Belt
they scuffled
would be
backstage.
Oh yeah,
not even in the octagon.
For sure.
So the history is there, story's there. I think if Leon loses, Masvidal wins. That's a fight to make. I think if Leon loses, Masvidal loses. That's the fight to make. I think you can make that fight no matter what the outcome is.
Oh yeah,
no matter the outcome. But yeah, but I strongly believe though that Leon winning, probably fight Kobe. If he loses, probably still fight Kobe. I think that's what it is. Just because, top two contenders.
Yeah.
They both proven themselves against Usman as well.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. But we'll wrap it up here.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for
joining in.
Yes, sir.
If you guys could follow us on Instagram. And our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment,
share, things like that. And we'll be like we'll be doing like where we predict the fights, things like that.
Yeah, so
and
guys,
having like prizes, all that stuff. Hopefully one day we can link up with UFC collectibles, you know what I'm saying? Like give out prizes like that. So this is just the beginning, man. Hey, UFC 30 years, the anniversary. Congrats. We're here now. Hopefully we take over too. So
para mi gente latina, nosotros hablamos español. Vamos a estar subiendo videos también analizando las peleas, nuestras reacciones de todas las peleas. Entonces, mi gente latina, suscríbanse, denle like. Vamos a subir videos solamente para ustedes también.
Oh, sí. Y vamos también vamos a ver si hacemos una página en español también en Instagram que ustedes pueden ver. Pero ojalá, ya saben, la gente latina, especialmente en este deporte, está subiendo. Entonces, ojalá
tenemos 3 campeones. 3 campeones. Más que cualquier otro país. México. En 5 años vamos a tener todos los campeones. Todos los campeones. No más. UFC 286. Tune in. If you're going to watch any fight, let it be this one. Great crowd. The London crowd. The best fans in the entire world. The energy is going to be great. They've got their hometown hero fighting in the main event. We've got a fight of the night already written on paper. Just go ahead and sign those checks. Justin Gaethje, Rafael Fiziev. That's going to be a banger. You guys do not want to miss out.
Yeah.
Tune in and don't forget to subscribe.
All right.
So, bros.
Los vemos.